What's up, guys? We have another super simple mod today that we're doing on the Civic right here, and that is installing brand new headlights. All right, guys, these are the headlights that I got, and I'm really happy with them because they have a DRL in them, so they look modern, but they also look very OEM. So I'm really excited to install them. I'm gonna show you guys first how to just install new headlights. Doesn't matter what kind of headlights they are, any headlights. And then I will show you how to wire up the DRLs. All right, so the first thing you need to do is pop your hood and jack up the front of the car. All right, so the two top bolts for the headlight are right here, but there's two more underneath the bumper. So we need to get this bumper off. To do that, the first thing that we're gonna do is go in the car and turn the wheels all the way to the right. Now that the wheels turn, we can go under here and see that there is a Phillips screw right there. There's one on the other side too, so with the wheel turned, take that screw out, then turn the wheel the other direction and take the other side out.
I think you only love me cause I'm poppin'. This a layup, this a rebound, then it's driving. Tyson with the
and then once you have those out, we're gonna go underneath the car, which is why we jacked the car up in the first place. But like I said, you might be able to reach these without jacking the car up. There are two 10mm bolts. There's one right here, and then there used to be one right here, but it's missing on mine. So I just got to take the one out. And then you want to look for other ways that these wheel wells and other things might be attached to the bumper. Usually there's nothing else, but as you can see, in my situation, my wheel well is all messed up, so it's zip tied to the bumper. So we just got to cut those zip ties as well.
When I die, bet they love me, but hate me when I'm breathing. I think you only.
All right, now the only thing holding the bumper on are these clips up here. So to get these off, you just take a flathead screwdriver, wiggle them right there, pull that piece out, and then put it underneath the actual pin and pull the pin out. And do that for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the whole bumper will just pull right off. All right, now in my case, because I live in a rusty area, it'll be a miracle if I can get these out without breaking them. But to get a headlight out, you take these two bolts out, and you take this bolt right here out, and then there's another one right here. All four of those, and the headlight just pops out. Super easy. It will be connected, so in the back you're gonna have to figure out how to get these out. This plug actually just pulls out. Just pull it straight back and it'll unplug. And then the bulb right here, which you can't get to until you start pulling the headlight out, it twists and pulls out. Super easy.
True man, I'm free, I wake up a new episode. I pop out cleaners, keep me up a level though. She talk to me like I'm not me, I get it though. Yeah.
All right, now we gotta swap these headlights from here. And one thing you're gonna wanna keep in mind is this little amber thing that's in there. You can see goes around the bulb, which means the bulb itself is not amber. And on your new lights, the bulb is not going to be amber. So I have switchbacks coming that I bought online, but they're not here yet. So I'm just gonna put that bulb in. It'll be fine for a couple days. But you're gonna want an amber bulb. The bulb size starts with a 7. Can't remember what it is. I'll put it on the screen below. 1157 I think also fits. So that's the one that I bought for the switchbacks. And then you need to take the headlight bulbs out of here and swap them to the other light. I bought some LED headlights for these too, but they're not in yet. To take the bulb out, you just pull this little rubber cover off. And then there's this metal tab, just push right here and lift up. I think, push in and slide it up. That will release the metal tab, and then the bulb pulls out. And go ahead and put that in the new headlight, same way. And then you just put everything back in the car the same way it came out. If your bolts are as rusty as mine, you're gonna wanna replace the bolts. They're M6 by 1.0. I'm not sure how long, maybe 10 millimeters, but just take one to the store and buy a replacement. All right, so I did have some new bolts. I didn't use all of them. I used new ones on the inside and the outside, and then I used the old ones on the top, but I did re-tap those threads. So it looks really good. I'm gonna show you guys tomorrow in the daylight what it looks like. All right, guys, it's the next day, and I'm going to wire up these DRLs, and I'm gonna show you exactly how to do that. Now, the easiest way to wire these up is to wire them to this running light in here. There's going to be 3 wires on there. There's going to be a red and a black and a green with a yellow stripe, I believe. They give you these with these lights, and what you're going to do is you are just going to tie these wires in. Gray, there's the gray and black ones here, and you're going to connect the gray wire to, I believe, the red wire in here, and the black wire goes to the black wire in here. Just make sure you don't accidentally connect it to the one for the turn signal. If you get it wrong, then these will flash with the turn signal, and then you'll just have to switch which wires you connected it to. I want these to run all the time though when the car is on, no matter what. So I am not going to use the provided stuff that they give you. If you want these to run all the time when the car is on, you need to run a wire into the fuse box inside of the car. Now that wire can go through this grommet right here. You can feed it through there and it'll go into the car. I'm gonna probably drill a hole in that grommet. And then in the fuse box down here, you have 2 options. So you can plug in right here at the top of the fuse box. You can splice a little 1/4 inch female plug and plug right into there. And then you're gonna want an inline fuse. These aren't gonna take much because they're just LEDs. A 3 amp fuse should be fine, but you need to put an inline fuse in there. I'll put a link to that into the description. And then connect from that inline fuse, run a wire all the way through. And you're just gonna wanna run it by this headlight and run it by this headlight, like all the way to this headlight. And then you can use these guys and you're gonna splice the gray wires into that wire. And then the black wires here can just be grounded on anything. So like you can ground it to this bolt right here if you want. You can ground it to the headlight bolt, the fender bolt, whatever you want. As long as those are grounded, this will work. And then also, instead of an inline fuse in here, you can use a fuse tap if you want, and that will allow you to have 2 fuses that plug into 1 fuse spot. And you can just plug into the cigarette lighter fuse, which is somewhere in here. I can't remember exactly what it is, but that's your other option. So both of those will turn on with the car. I'm actually doing neither of those options, and I want it to turn on with the car, but I also want to have a switch to turn it on and off. I have bought fog lights for this car so many times because they get hit with a rock and they break every single time. It comes with a wiring harness. This is super overkill for these DRLs, but I'm actually going to use it. And what this is going to do is it's going to power them off of the battery with a relay that's triggered by the fuse box. And it's going to give me a factory fog light switch that I can use to turn these on and off. If I leave that switch on, these will automatically turn on with the car. And that's how I'm gonna do it. I don't know if you can buy this separate from fog lights, but if you can, I'll put a link to it in the description. If you can't, I'll put a link to a light bar wiring kit, which is the same but without the factory switch.
Hop on a jet, had a switch to the coast. One of a kind, I've been playing that role. They pay me to play me, I needed it for. It's real if I said I meant what I spoke. I'm legend, it's written, I shake of the city. Spin block till I'm dizzy.
All right, now this is a little bit more confusing because this is different than the other wiring kits that I've used in the past that hook up to the battery. This one is actually intended to be hooked up inside of the car and then run out into the engine bay. So here's the plug for the fog light switch, and then these two get wired in the fuse box. And this stays in the car as well. This is the relay, and the only thing that runs out, this gets grounded in the car as well. The only thing that runs out is this blue wire right here.
Yo, you ready? I'm pulling up now. Girl, get suited up. I'ma take you.
All right, so I got everything laid out to test right now. For now, I've just connected the ground here and the power and the accessory together right there. Plug this switch in and tested it, and it does, the lights do come on, but the light in this switch is burnt out, unfortunately. But I have like 10 more of these in my basement, so I'm just gonna go find a different one and swap it out. To hook this side up, we just gotta pull this out. There's a screw in here, screw down there, and a screw down there on that side, and then some clips holding it in at the top that you just gotta be careful with. But they pull right out.
You know I'm the one with that rich, you know that, yeah. Loving your body, yeah. Loving your body, baby, yeah. Let's get suited up. Got you some money, got you marine. She giving me streams, I dive in the stream with a king.
I'm gonna just try to poke a hole through this rubber right here with a screwdriver from this side. This can move out of the way, and then I got good access to that. And I think that'll be better than trying to drill through it. That worked. If I need to widen it, I can shove a bigger screwdriver through there, but that should be good. I got this extra blue wire here that they provided with the kit. I'm gonna try to slide this through. I'm gonna do it off camera.
Working for it. You the one that curved them for me. You the one that's searching for me. You the one that's hurting for me. You the one that deserve it from me. You the one that.
All right, so there are these accessory ports at the top right here. This one on the far left is always on no matter what. That's what the red's gonna connect to. This one is on when the lights are on, like when for like gauges and stuff like that. This one is accessory, so when the keys are in the accessory position, this one gets power. And then this one over here only gets power when the car is running or the keys are in the run position. So I'm gonna hook it, the yellow one up to here and the red one up over here so that it has constant power.
Me, know I'm a king when I'm in the east. Made you my queen, I'm playing for keeps. Ay, we used to f in the G, that's when it was cheap. And took you to Telly's, eating at delis. We used to ride out the.
All right, so everything's hooked up in its final place. We just have to zip tie and tuck all the wires. But I'm gonna go ahead and turn the keys forward. This switch is on, so as soon as I turn the keys forward, the light should be working. And they're on. So that's really it. We just got to go ahead and tuck all the lights and put everything back together. Tuck all the wires and put everything back together.
No, girl, you know that I'm willing to teach. Yeah, reaching your peak. Yeah, you know I'm the one with that reach. You know that, yeah. Loving your body, yeah. Loving your body, yeah.
All right, as you can see, the lights are on, and that's really gonna be it for this video. Sorry for the grass cutting in the background. As you can see, not too complicated. The wiring is a little bit overwhelming maybe for some people, but not too bad. If it is, just connect it to the turn signal like I said earlier, and then they'll come on when you flip your lights forward. If this video helped you out, feel free to share it, give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel. But thank you guys so much for watching, and peace out.